Well, good morning, Gold Creek. Happy Saturday. Glad you joined us for our online devotions. Well, hey, we're going to start off with some worship. So turn up your volume, get yourself ready to go. Let's start with some worship, shall we?
Mountains that we face, stronger than the power of the grave, constant in the trial and the change. It's one thing remains. This one thing remains. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love, sing on and on. Because on and on it goes, for it overwhelms and satisfies my soul, yeah. And I never ever have to be afraid. This one thing remains. This one thing remains. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love in death and life, oh, in life, confident and covered by the power of your great love. My debt is paid, there's nothing that can separate my heart from your great love. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love, oh, your love. Yeah, 'cause it's your love, your love, your love, yeah.
Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that worship. I know that we do here. It's, as I said yesterday in our devotions, it's been something I've had on a lot more in my headphones as I go around and work. Well, this morning I brought in my son Dylan.
Hi.
So I think you might need to get a little closer, D. I know. There we go. I did shower this morning. Don't worry. Well, this morning, so we were getting ready. So this is our online devotion. Again, if you're new to us, what we do is we do the 1 Year Bible. Pastor Dan's been leading us. We decided to give him the weekend off. So I've stepped in and we're using the 1 Year Bible. You can get that on YouVersion, the Bible app, and kind of read through it. And we just see how God's speaking to us. And we just kind of share from our own personal devotions that we have. We, as a staff, read through this on a daily basis. And before, we'd always come together every Thursday to share as a staff kind of what we saw. But this morning I was reading, and Dylan and I had shared with you that I was kind of having struggling just to kind of get something out of it. So you had said, well, hey, let's read together and let's see what we get, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna pick it up here where we were. So We decided this morning we would continue on with Luke, which is what we were reading yesterday. So we're in Luke 19, and we're in verse 30. So now a few things did pop up as we read this. So I'll start with verse 30. It says, "Go into that village over there," he told them. "As you enter it, you will see a young donkey tied there that no one has ridden. Untie it and bring it here." After his disciples brought it to him, he proceeds to get on it and ride it. Now, Dylan, we're not cowboys, right? Now we know how to ride a horse, but we wouldn't know how to like break a horse. But we have cows. Don't step too far out of the camera. Now, but we have cows. But now, so if you get on a horse that's never been ridden, what's going to happen to you? Or a donkey that's never been ridden? What do you think is going to happen?
Gonna get thrown off.
You're going to get bucked off, is most likely. You and I would, right? We've actually been watching a show on Amazon. It's called, what's it called?
Cowboy Way.
The Cowboy Way. And it's about these three, I call them young, middle-aged, they're 20s and 30-year-old guys that are starting families. And what's their cattle company name? Remember the name?
Faith Cattle Co.
Faith Cattle Co. It's kind of cool. Christian guys that are starting a cattle company. But one of the guys is really, really good at breaking horses, at taming them. And we just saw a couple episodes that he was getting this horse that was it was a young colt, and man, it was hard to ride, wasn't it, at the beginning?
Yeah.
But then he tamed him. I can only imagine. But again, it's God. This is Jesus. So, all right. With that, enough of that. Okay, it was just something that popped out to us. But then we continue on. It says, verse 36. As he rode along, the crowd spread out their garments on the road ahead of him. When he reached the place where the road started down the Mount of Olives, all of his followers began to shout and sing as they walked along, praising God for all the wonderful miracles they had seen. "Blessings on the King who come in the name of the Lord. Peace in heaven and glory in highest heaven." But some of the Pharisees among the crowd said, "Teacher, rebuke your followers for saying things like that." He replied, he being Jesus, "If they kept quiet, the stones along the road would burst into cheers." Now, Dylan, as we read that, what was kind of what your first thought was on that?
I thought that even in this hard time with Corona and everything, you have to stay strong in your faith so that you don't get sidetracked, and just stay strong and keep your head up.
Yeah. And I thought that was spot on. I mean, here we are. Look, it's tough. I mean, it's tough being locked at home, right?
Yeah.
It's tough here, having to do online school, having to figure that out. It's tough with the distractions. It's probably doesn't help, Dylan, that the days have been so nice the last few weeks of trying to have us stay focused.
Yeah.
Tough not to be able to see friends, isn't it? It's tough not to be able to have people over, to go over people's houses. It's tough on family. We spent, like many of you, our first Easter that you've ever had, my first Easter that I've ever had, without your mama and papa,
Yeah.
without your grandma and grandpa. And that was tough. It was tough on them. They're 52 years married now, I think it is, maybe more. But probably one of the first Easters that they, with kids, that they haven't been with us or with their grandkids. That's just tough. And I think this is just a reminder that God's there for us. And he wants to be the comforter, to come alongside of us. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. There's no promises that following Christ is going to have this path of lilies and just everything's going to be perfect. In fact, I would say it could be even harder. So whether it's financial stress, family stress, COVID-19 stress, Dylan, was there stress before all this coronavirus came out in your life?
Kind of.
Kind of. There was, right? There was stress. It's just a different stress now. Different times, different challenges ahead. Well, I encourage you to get into the scripture, but I'll say this as it continues. Again, this is Luke chapter 19. So now we're jumping ahead to verse 41. It says this: "But as he came closer to Jerusalem and saw the city ahead, he began to weep. And he said, 'How I wish today that you of all people would understand the way to peace.'" And it goes on there, and he goes into a little bit of talking and descriptions, but just taking that little section, which I know there's more to it, but tonight it was just a reminder of God's love for each one of us. And Dylan, I thank you for just having the insight, being willing to share and sit down with me this morning as we get ready here. And we're going to hit it out and conquer some chores today, which Dylan will love to do. But we know that God's love is there, whether we're in the midst of COVID-19, whether you're in the midst of financial struggles, marital struggles, struggles with online school and balancing, trying to do a Zoom meeting of your own and getting your kids on there, whether it's Zoom or Google Classroom, trying to take care of parents who are a couple states away and just love on them like we are. My parents are in Idaho. It can be tough. So our prayers are with you, and we just hopefully this is encouraging to you. Now, as we wrap up here, so Dylan, you've seen Pastor Dan's. He does a list of, you're stepping out of the picture there, but he's done a list of his things he can control and not control. Well, we're going to let him keep his list and go with it, but we're doing things that we're thankful for. So I'm going to read mine, and then if you have something you want to add, you can add it. I'm thankful for my faith in Jesus and that he gives me hope in these uncertain times. I'm thankful for my marriage to Elaine, be my best friend, and I love doing quarantine with her. I'm thankful for my kids, Tia and Dylan, and our family's health. I'm thankful for God's provision, that we have enough food to eat, we have a home to sleep in, we have a yard to be out in. I'm thankful that Dylan has a trampoline he can go jump on and get his energy out in between his Google Classrooms sessions. I'm thankful that we have chickens that lay eggs every day for us, so we have some breakfast. I'm thankful that we have 12 baby chicks that here in a few months will start laying some eggs for us. I'm thankful for the sunshine that we're going to have today. It's a lot easier to run in that and work outside when the sun's shining. I'm thankful for yard work because it's good for me. It is. It's good for my mind. It's good for my soul. I'm thankful for our church. I'm thankful for Gold Creek. It's not just, well, before it's a place that I began to work, it has been our place as a family of where we go to worship. I'm thankful that we have an online high school ministry and service, and we have an online middle school service and ministry, that they're finding new ways to connect with my kids and your kids. So that's what I'm thankful for. Do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I'm thankful for my family, how we can be together in this hard time, and thankful that even though it's been rough and we can't be able to see other people, thankful that it's nice outside so we can just go outside and enjoy it.
Awesome, bud. All right, well, hey, have a great weekend. We hope we hope that you will join us. So starting tonight, 6 o'clock Saturday night, we've got our on-demand service starts for our Sunday service. We're making available on-demand, so just available to watch. Or Sunday morning, 9, 10:30, and noon, you can jump on and we can chat with you. So Facebook Live, YouTube, or also just our GC Church platform. We've got staff people ready there to say hi and encourage you and talk with you. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you back Monday morning for some more online devotions.